Hi, we are Brian and Monica Leggett. We have been attending Sun Valley for 6 months.
My story started when I was 17 years old. I was diagnosed with cancer in the summer between my junior and senior year. I spent 9 months in the hospital, and now I've been cancer-free for 31 years. A year ago, my stepfather was diagnosed with a brain tumor, cancer. I didn't take it very well. It was a really difficult time for me and for Monica in our lives. He got to a point where he couldn't fight anymore, and he ended up passing away. And about the same time, my uncle from the other side of my family was going through some things of his own and decided to take his life. It's just shortly after all this, there was an article that I read that most children who had childhood cancer die in their 50s. I had just turned 48 when I read this. It just seemed like it just got darker and darker for me. I didn't really talk to her too much about it. Instead, I decided to start taking pills to kind of ease the pain, kind of numb the physical pain, but also all of the emotional pain. I remember sitting alone one day and just asking myself, like, what would happen if I just took this whole bottle of pills right now? And I couldn't do it. I couldn't leave her. So I told her everything. And she thought it would be a good idea that we would go to church together.
We just knew that we had to put God first in our lives. This was the only way that we were going to be able to move forward together and recover. And
if I can't figure out how to help myself, she wanted God to help us, and I was open to anything. So I agreed, and we went to church. And at the end of the service, the campus pastor said, no matter who you are, what you've done, or what's been done to you, Jesus loves you, and he forgives you. And in that moment, I knew that I wanted Jesus in my life. I'd never experienced anything like that before. 2 weeks later, we went, and it was baptism week. And as people started coming up, being baptized at the end of the service, watching people come out of the water with their smiles, it felt like something I needed. And I told her on the way home, I want to be baptized. And she wanted to be baptized as well. On December 3rd, we were in the water together and locked arms, and we were baptized together that day. It felt like everything was new again. Like all my problems, all my stress, all my troubles, all my pain was washed away and left in the water. I'm not scared of what could happen tomorrow or 2 years or 5 years from now, because I know I have Jesus here.
we're always going to have challenges, and we're going to have pain in our lives, but as long as we keep him first and in the center of our relationship, what more could you ask for? Like, his peace is everything.
Good.